Ever wonder why the more you try to avoid fear, the stronger it gets? I used to be so terrified about public speaking that I'd literally feel sick before every single talk. My heart would race, my hands would shake. It was brutal. Then I found one of the strangest psychology tricks I've ever found, and it's called Paradoxical Intention. And it is so simple, so counterintuitive that when I first heard about it, I thought it was a joke. But the first time I tried it, everything changed. And today I'm going to show you exactly how you can use it to destroy any fear instantly. Stay right here because I'll drop a very valuable bonus during the video. So this tool comes from Viktor Frankl, an Austrian psychiatrist who survived the Holocaust and later wrote the classic book Man's Search for Meaning. Now, Frankl was not just talking theory, he developed this technique to help people overcome crippling anxiety and phobias in real life. And so here's the thing, instead of running from your fear, you lean into it hard. You don't avoid it, you actually try to make it happen on purpose. Let me give you an example. Let's say you're terrified of sweating during a presentation. Most people would do everything to avoid sweating. They would wear light clothes, drink cold water, maybe even try meditating beforehand. With Paradoxical Intention, you do the complete opposite. You step on stage thinking, let's see if I can sweat so much that I soak right through my shirt. Or think about insomnia. Ever had a night where the harder you try to fall asleep, the more your brain refuses to shut off? Paradoxical Intention flips that. Instead of desperately chasing sleep, you lie there thinking, let's see how long I can stay awake tonight. And the crazy part, by removing the pressure to fall asleep, your body starts relaxing and sleep comes naturally. I know it sounds ridiculous, but the second you stop resisting your fear and actually welcome it, it loses its power over you. And here's how this works. Fear doesn't live in isolation. It's part of a vicious feedback loop. You feel scared, you overthink, your body reacts, you sweat, you have shaky voice, and then you panic more because of the physical symptoms, and the loop keeps repeating again and again. I've been caught in this exact cycle so many times. Back when I started consulting, every time I had to present to senior clients, my brain went into overdrive. I'd obsess over every word, imagining all the ways I could screw up, and guess what? The more I obsessed, the more awkward and robotic I became. Here's the simple process to break the cycle. Step 1, identify the fear. Public speaking, launching a project, pitching an idea, whatever it is that's holding you back. Take 5 minutes to think about your fears and write them down. Step 2, flip the intention. Set a goal to make the exact thing you fear happen on purpose. If you're terrified of public speaking, your goal becomes, let me see how awkward and cringe-worthy I can make this presentation. And the second you stop fighting the fear and actually invite it in, its grip on you disappears. Step 3, reflect. How did it go? If it is successful, for what other fears can I apply this process? Now, step 4, rinse and repeat until you've addressed all your fears. Now, as promised, here's the bonus. I created a free Notion template called the Fear Flip Framework for you to use to log your fears and apply Paradoxical Intention. With this, you'll be able to apply this step-by-step process and document it easily. So check in the video description and download the link. You know, when I first started presenting in my career, my biggest fear was not the content. I knew my content. The fear was more looking stupid. You know, getting judged, seeing those blank stares or people checking their phones while I was talking. One day I decided to experiment with Paradoxical Intention. Right before a big presentation, I told myself, all right, Nico, let's aim for maximum awkwardness today. Let's see how many people I can confuse or bore. The moment I turned it into a game, the fear melted away. I was suddenly a little bit more relaxed, more natural, and weirdly enough, I ended up delivering my smoothest presentation. The pressure to be perfect was gone, so I could actually connect with my audience way better. And this ties into another powerful concept called hyperintention. This is what happens when you want something so badly that you completely choke under pressure. You've probably felt this before. It's like when you want to fall asleep before an important day, you want it so badly that you can't sleep at all. Or you want to impress someone so badly on a first date that you end up acting weird and awkward. For me, this happens all the time in paddle tournaments. When I walk on the court thinking, I have to win this match, I get tight, my shots feel off, I start overthinking everything. But when I switch my focus to the process, feeling my feet move, sensing the weight of the racket, focusing on the next shot instead of the score, that's when I play my best. And it is the same with fear. Obsess over avoiding failure, you choke. Focus on the process and even embrace the awkwardness, and then you win. Now, before you go thinking this is some magical fix for all fear, let me be super clear, this is not a universal solution. There are situations where paradoxical intention can actually backfire. Usually, if your fear is tied to deep trauma, this trick can feel like you're gaslighting yourself. In those cases, it might make you feel even worse. That's where therapy and deeper work come into play. It's also easy to misapply it. If you don't fully understand the concept, or if a therapist misguides you, you could accidentally turn this into a weird form of self-punishment. Instead of playfully inviting fear, you end up bullying yourself, and that's not the purpose here. So the bottom line, this is a powerful tool, but only when applied in the right context. Use common sense. If your fear runs deep, get help from someone. So here's my challenge for you. Pick one fear you've been running from and use paradoxical intention to flip it upside down this week. Then come back and drop a comment to tell me what happened and log it into your free fear flip framework in the video description. If you want more of these hacks, from consulting life to personal growth to AI productivity tricks, hit that subscribe button. Because here's the truth, fear only controls you when you fight it. But when you play with it, you win. See you next time, take care.